Sorry, we want
Hi, hi. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm Wei Hua from EUAsia Holidays. A very good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us in this Sunday morning. Today we will be bringing you to Northern Akita, where you can experience virtually the powdery snow and the beautiful sceneries. This virtual tour is brought to you by EUAsia Holidays in partner with Akita Inu Tourism and JRE's Hotel. Please do leave your comment below, and we will try our very best to answer all the questions. At the end of the tour, just help us to fill out our online feedback form. The link will be input on the chat later, and 5 lucky winners will walk away with a goodie bag each with some Japan souvenirs. So please do stay with us, find your most comfortable spot, sit back, relax, and enjoy the tour. Today, I'm also very honored to have Sota-san from JRE's Hotel with me to bring you more insight of this place. Sota-san!
Hi, morning.
Ohayo!
Hi,
Very early morning, right?
Yeah, it is, but it's fine for me.
Yeah, would you mind to share with us a bit more about the Akita, Northern Akita? What is it famous for?
Sure. Okay, so Northern Akita actually is famous for the dog. Do you know the Hachi from the movie?
Oh, yes, I saw the movie before.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
a very, very cute. And,
statue in the Shibuya one, yes. So, and then the Hachi is originally Akita dog, and Akita dog is from the Northern Akita that today shows. We talk about.
Wow. So we'll be covering it today. I'm very anxious to see it actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I like dogs. Yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let me show you how to go to Akita. Actually, Akita is actually in the northern part of the main island, and it's very, very accessible with JR lines and etc. And you can see that there's a lot of airports. So you can actually transit via Tokyo, and you can take JAL to Tokyo, and you can go to Aomori, you can go to Odate, you can go to Akita and Iwate, etc. airports, which is very, very convenient. And you can actually move around, and definitely Northern Akita will be the Odate airport, whereby you can actually transfer. And it's very accessible via JR and Shinkansen, as you can see. So Sota-san, would you mind to share with us the lines and the routes to go around?
Sure. Yeah. I think most of your clients already went to Japan with the Japan Rail Pass that called the JL Pass, and then but from Tokyo to Akita it just take like 3 hours 40 minutes by Shinkansen.
Wow, that's fast.
And also if you take the flight, of course as Ansan already mentioned, you can just direct flight to Akita Airport.
Wow, it is very, very convenient.
Yeah,
and wow, and you can see that the diversified roads around here, you can actually take like Singapore SMRT. You can go around the Tohoku region. Is pretty simple to walk around actually.
Yeah, that's right. So if you go to Alan and Tohoku, maybe with the JL East Pass is a better choice for the travel.
Wow, definitely. Thank you for the insight. I mean, I just have to buy a JR East Pass, and 7 days I can actually travel around with the JR line and Shinkansen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very, very fantastic. So actually for Singaporeans, right, like me, I like shopping actually. So especially during winter, I have to carry my shopping luggage, etc. quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it is actually very hectic to walk in the winter because as a Singaporean, as you know, there's always like sunshines and so on. So I don't have to worry about walking in the snow. So what is the nicest place that we can stay in or something like that, which we can actually do our shopping comfortably?
Sure, my pleasure to show you. So this map on the right side. So this is the Hotel Metropolitans by the JL East Hotels, and all of our hotels, especially in Tohoku, we all connect to the station. Station is like left side of the Shinkansen map. So main station we have hotel and shopping mall. So as you Ansan talk about the shopping and walking distance, please don't worry about it. So we have all of them.
Wow, I think it's a perfect stay for me actually. Just like saying the Orchard Road, and then you can actually walk to the hotel after the shoppings and so on.
Yes,
because I really like the souvenirs and etc. whereby we can actually buy the cute one or even Daiso.
Yeah, so Ansan, please please don't make your custom walk around in the snowy city. Please
I don't like it
stay
too, though.
outside. Yeah, stay metropolitan is the best choice.
Definitely. So actually, by saying, right, maybe our
Mm.
audience will not be able to understand it. Maybe let's show a video. I believe you brought a video with us today, right?
Sure. There's a proof.
Definitely. Let's show the video.
Asa, I think you lost the sound.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that definitely you can see that it's actually very accessible, and nearby there's a lot of these shopping areas around with all the hotels, and you can take escalator without in the sunshine, etc.,
Yes.
which is really very, very nice. And yeah, as you mentioned, there's really quite a lot of shoppings around. It's just like
That's right.
walking in
See?
Dhoby Ghaut.
That's right. See, already Yamagata one already alive in just 1 minute 24 seconds.
Wow, Yamagata. Wow,
Mm.
that's the place I want to go. After a tiring day of shopping, I think a minute and 24 seconds is the best time to reach hotel.
Yeah. Quite close to the from the gate to the station.
Wow, it's very, very accessible. I mean, it's just from the station going down. It's actually more convenient.
Yeah, it is, and some hotel has to work on the like a normal way, but there is no stairs. So if you have the carrier, so please don't worry about it.
Very comfortable. Wow, Akita.
Akita
It's like
already
watching a
alive.
horse race, you see. Oh, man, wow. Moroka, wow. Wow. It's less than 5 minutes.
Yay.
Wow, it's perfect.
It is.
Wow, definitely. We must stay in this hotel whereby it's so accessible.
Yes, it is.
Definitely. Yeah, without further ado, maybe let's show like what's the itineraries today, because I believe that a lot of people are actually anxious about the itineraries. So today we'll be visiting Akita Dog Visitor Center, the Ani Ski Resorts, and doing some DIYs of the traditional kiri tampo.
Nice.
Which I mean, I'm salivating now. So it's like I really miss that. So today we are also very, very honored to have Natalie from Akita to showcase more about the Akita place. Yeah.
Nice.
Hi, Natalie.
Hello, guys. Good morning. Yeah, you can see there are many cute little dogs behind me.
Oh,
that's the Akita dog.
Cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Wow, they look cuter than what I thought.
Yeah.
And actually today we are able to see the real Akita dogs later. So wait and see.
I heard that it's very hard to see one, right?
If you are in the northern part of Akita, actually it's not that difficult.
Because I've been to Tokyo or whatsoever, they told me that it's very hard actually to see Akita dog is actually in a certain place only. Yeah.
So later today we're going to introduce a little bit more about the Akita dogs. So right now let's start our tour, right?
Definitely. Can't wait to start it.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
So let me share a little bit more information about our area. Hold on a second. So, hello everyone. I'm Natalie from Akita in the Tourism, and welcome to join our tour to Northern Akita. So, before we start, let me give you a little bit more information about this area. Actually, Akita is a very large prefecture. Traveling from the north to the south, it takes around 3.5 hours. It's even bigger than Singapore. And today, we are here in the northern part of it. And actually, here consists of Odate City, Kita City, Kosaka Town, and Kamikoni Village. When speaking of the north, we are famous of a couple of things. First, Of course, there are the very cute Akita dogs. Then there is the handicraft Magewapa. It is a craftsmanship of bending Akita cedar into a round shape. In terms of food, we have Kiritampo hot pot, which we will demonstrate it later today. So, and it's a DIY session. Get to prepare for it. And we also have the Hinai chicken, which is one of the top 3 chickens in the whole Japan. Last but not least, of course, we have the onsen that every people loves about it. So, how it looks like in different season? In spring, of course, we have the sakura. Everyone loves it. The sakura here blooms around late April to early May. Although you can find sakura blooms everywhere, but we recommend you come to the Keijo Coin the most because there is Sakura Festival. You are able to see the sakura and eat a lot of festivals food during that time. In early May, in the middle of May to early June, the wisteria flowers are in the season. Normally, they hang down from the rack from up to below like that, which everybody knows how it looks. But in here, they grows as a standalone tree one by one. So people can walk into the park and see all the trees along you, and actually you can see someone standing in behind taking photos like that. For me, I also haven't seen this flower, but I'm going to see them this year. So hope you can see that later in sometime in the future also. In autumn time, of course, there are the maple leaves that everyone is excited about. You can come to Mount Moyoshi to ride on the gondola to the top of the mountain. I can guarantee you will never forget about the view. For me, when I see it the first time, I'm also amazed by it very much. And actually, Mount Moyoshi isn't only beautiful during winter. During autumn, sorry about that. In winter, here we have one of the top 3 snow monster in Japan. And today we are going to present you a little bit more about this natural wonder in later time. Wait and see. So, other than seeing the natural beauty, people in Tohoku also love to gather around and celebrate in different occasions. We are going to introduce few of the highlights. For example, like this Junikasho Kamakurayaki. It is an event held annually on the 14th of February to pray for the safety of the family and to state the perfect health. You can see people are swinging this little fire. Actually, it is dried leaves stuffed into a charcoal sack and lit it on the fire. And they swing around and around. This is to pray for the good luck. And everyone can also participate in this event. Even kids like 5 to 6 years old can also join this, swinging around. And there's another festival also. It's called Amekoichi. It is originated in 1,588 years, and it has been said that if you eat the sweet on this day, you will never catch a cold during that year. It is used to be a local custom event, and it has been held since 1972 years. During the event, there is also Akita in the parade. You can see around like 10 to 20 Akita dogs walking on the street together. Everyone standing beside, taking pictures and seeing them walking in a very polite way. And the candy store will start preparing for the festival at least 1 month before. They will start preparing the candies and they will make it into different flavors. The most bizarre one I have tried ever actually is the soy sauce taste. Even though it sounds a little bit weird, but actually it tastes better than I thought. In the beginning of this festival, there are events such as Shirage God Parade. It is a perform that the god is coming to buy sweets from the heights of the mountain in Odate city. You can see this white bear Ojijan standing here in the picture. He is the Shirahige god. People will perform a ritual in the main shrine, and then the parade will walk to the main street where the stalls are located at. Together, they will carry a mini shrine, which is the one you can see in the picture behind. And during the festival, there will be stall giving out more candies. People queue up to eat it so as to prevent catching cold. Staff keeps on making the more candy steak and fit into everyone's mouth, just like this parents and kids in the video. They keep making and making and making, and people queue up throughout the day to get it. And also there's another festival called Hinai Torinoichi. As I said before, just now, Hinai chicken is known for is one of the top 3 chickens in Japan. It is known for its rich flavor and the sought after by chefs around the country. Every January in Hinai area of Odate, people celebrate the chicken with Torinoichi festival. There are games and performance, which and one of the performance is called chicken calling competition. People will just mimic the sound of chicken. The closest voice will win the prize. And of course, there are lots of foods for guests to enjoy. In October, it is the time where the rice are harvested. So people gather around to celebrate and make kiritampo together. Like this people will grill them on the grill, and now it is a celebration that turns into the biggest festival throughout the year. In last year, actually they have a record for over 100,000 of people coming to the festival. And to be honest, that is my first time to see so much people in the city gathering together. It's amazed me that there are how much people in this city. And last but not least, the Odate Shimeisha festival is held during late summer to pray for an abundant harvest. The neighborhoods gather around in the city to pull large decorative floats around the city, which carry dancers and musicians. And you can see from this video that on the first night of the festival, the floats coverage on the center of the town for a blessing by the shrine priest. On the second night, a purifying water fight is held in the center of the town to the delight of spectators. People, after they pull the floats, people will just splash water onto them to wish them luck and health throughout the year. Actually, so you can see there are lots of festivals in the city. I can't wait for you to come in the future and get to see these festivals or even being participate in it by your own self. So today, we are going to show you some more dogs as I mentioned just now. And now we are going to pass the time to Jasper. Hey, Jasper. Jasper, can you hear me?
Hello, can you see me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jasper. So I'm a Singaporean living in Odate right now, and today I'm at the Akita Dog Visitor Center. So if you can see behind me, it's a station. So it's Odate Station. So you can see that actually if we walk this way in, it's only like 5 minutes away from the station and you get to the facility. So I think many of you may have seen this before. If you have been to Tokyo, and if you've been to Shibuya, I bet you've seen this statue, and it's like a trademark statue in Shibuya itself. So this is the mark of the Akita dog, or this is the statue of actually Hachi. So I can't wait to show you the actual dogs itself, so let's go. Whoa. Let's go. So because now it's Corona, like we have Corona everywhere, so we do have many Corona prevention measures set in place. So like you can see, before we go in, we have to do disinfect. So shushu, And when we're done with that, we can go in. So when you get inside, actually, just because they want to be extra safe that you don't get like any sort of viruses or you don't pass it on to anyone, you actually have to fill out a form like this with your name and your phone number and like the number of people that are in your group today. So it's a form of a record for them. So you have to write this, submit it to them, and you can proceed inside. And again, you have a temperature measuring just in case. So safe. So we can go into, and then one more time, disinfect your hands. Oh, yeah. So now we're good, we're safe, let's go. So this is what the inside of the facilities look like. So you have like a video clips of the Akita dogs itself. Like you can see very cute video clips here. And then as you can see over here, we have like the souvenir section, which I will introduce to you guys later. So let's go find out more about the dogs right now. So you can see many Akita dog themed stuff around. So let's go. So the next place that we're going to enter is actually the information, like there is all information about the Akita dog. So let's go take a look inside. So this is actually a pet-friendly facility. So if you have dogs, you can actually bring your dog into the facility itself, but just make sure that it's leashed at all times so that they don't like cause disturbances to anyone else. So just to share a little bit about like the Akita dogs. The Akita dogs used to be called Odate dogs after the place Odate City. So that was up till 1931. So after 1931, it became known as the Akita dogs. So the Akita dogs are actually a preserved breed of dogs because a long time ago during World War, actually the dogs were hunted and killed for their meat and fur. So like the dogs went almost to the brink of extinction, but they were brought back by many different kind of preservation support and preservation activities. So let's go see. Okay, one thing that led to the small number of Akita dogs a long time ago was because a long time ago, apparently the Odate locals really liked dog fighting. So they pitted their dogs against like the bigger breeds of like the Japanese fighting dogs, like the Tosa dogs, and they found that their dogs lost quite miserably. So they wanted to breed bigger dogs. So they started crossbreeding their dogs with like the Great Dane or even the Mastiffs. So that breed of dogs, after they did the crossbreeding, was known as the Shin Akita dogs. So it's like the new Akita dogs. So it's not exactly pure breed. So they wanted to bring it back to the original roots, like eventually. So you have the Preservation Society set up to bring the dogs back to its original roots. So, like, I think many of you should also know about Hachi. Yeah, Hachi here. So I think most people might have seen a very touching movie about the dog, the super loyal dog that followed his owner to the station every day without fail. And even after the owner passed away, the dog still waited at the station for the owner to come back. So he waited for at least 15 years, even after the professor's death, like his owner's death. And he actually, unfortunately, passed away at the station itself 15 years later. So very cute. So what makes an Akita dog an Akita dog? So let's go find out more about what makes them them. So you can see this little, or like this panel here. So basically what makes an Akita dog an Akita dog is you can tell from their ears. So it's like a very triangular pointed ears. And then they have, let me see, their tails. Their tails are very cute and it's very curly. So I think a lot of people might have mixed up like Akita dogs with the Shiba dogs, but the Shiba dogs are only maybe around 41 centimeters big, so maybe around the size. But the Akita dogs are around 67 cm. So they are actually one of the biggest Japanese breed of dogs in Japan. So let's see. Okay. So other than that, like the Akita dogs have 3 different colors. So they, as you can see from this picture here, they have them in like the standard sand color. You have them in like the Tora or brindle color, which is like a blackish color. And then you have the white colored ones, which are super cute. So even behind me now, we have this Masaru wall, this tower here. So this tower is actually one of the so-called famous things to take a picture with, or your Instagrammable picture spots in this facility. So can you guys guess how many there are in this tree here? Anyone?
Must be more than a few hundred, I think.
Maybe a bit close, 182 or 3. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So Masaru is actually a dog that was actually gifted to Alina Zagitova, which is a very famous ice skater from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. So this dog was actually gifted to her, and this stuffed toy here is actually modeled after her dog. So very cute. And are you guys dying to see the dogs already? Let's go. Okay, if you can see from the outside here, because of Corona, normal visitors are only able to look at the dog through this glass here, we don't get any sort of contamination or anything. Can you see the little dog inside? That is a white colored Akita Inu or Akita dog, and her name is Anzu. So today we have gotten special permission from the owners or the facility itself to actually go in and meet her. So let's go. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So this facility inside this room here is actually what you can see under non-corona times. Well, visitors will be able to come all the way inside here into this room and meet the little dogs here. So for the dogs to get accustomed to you, so you just have to do a fist so that you don't frighten them. And you just let her smell you first. So can you see how excited she is? This little girl, her name is Anzu. And she's 2 years old. Can you see how big they are? So maybe from the top, you can see. Super cute. Look at that face.
Wow, it's really very cute actually.
Right, it's super cute. And actually you can see her from quite close up in this facility itself.
Very active and cute. Wow.
So I think she bought you a gift.
Toy.
Yeah. She's super cute.
I can see she brings the dog to you and wants to play with you so much.
Yeah, I guess she wants to play, but maybe, because, Corona, maybe you should try to not touch them too much at this point in time. So cute.
So during the normal times, I'm sorry about it. During the normal times, people can actually go in and up close to them, or?
Yeah, all the way up till here.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, so sometimes they will let you touch them, it depends. But most of the time we'll try to advise against touching them because sometimes the dogs are quite sensitive. So it depends on each dog. Oh, just a note, the dogs here, they have shifts. So they have the morning shift and the afternoon shifts, and the dogs change the roster quite frequently. So if you come on a different day, you will meet a different dog. So this is Anzu-chan. Okay, so now, is that enough dog for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's never enough though. I need to
dog,
fly
right?
there.
So if it's never enough dog, I show you. Come. I will now show you some of the souvenirs that we can actually buy from this place itself. So actually this facility, not only is it a place where you can interact with the dogs itself, but it's a place that you can buy souvenirs, and it's also a tourist information center. So you can find out all sorts of information about, Odate city itself. So if you can see, there is a mountain Akita dog stuffed toys here. So if let's say you want to bring a dog home, you can try. This is actually a, it's like a lottery. So you see if you can win all these toys and more stuff. So this here is actually Magewappa. So I believe that Natalie has introduced just now that this is one of the traditional handicrafts of Odate itself. So you can see it's very nicely made. You have bento boxes, you have cups, And then you have like a lot of different kinds of like little like holders and stuff that you can buy as a souvenir from here. And then, where is the dog? Here. So right, I believe that in Singapore, we cannot keep the Akita dogs because it's considered like too big of a breed for us, so we're not allowed to. So if you really want to bring home a dog, you can buy all these cute little dogs here. So you see, you have all 3 colors, white, brindle, and the sand colored dogs, all for you to bring home. So depends on what you like. You have different sizes too. So if you want to bring that home, please buy it from here.
So it's considered the most legal way to bring it.
Yeah, this is the most legal way already. Not breeding, but still very cute Akita dog. And then also, right, and we have like so many like Akita dog themed, like you can see like keychains and then like magnets. Then we even have like socks.
Wow, socks for kids. Wow.
Yeah. So like I was mentioning earlier, Alina Zagitova, that Russian ice skater. So this is her with Masaru, the dog that she was actually gifted from Odate. Very pretty lady. So also, I think these must be like some of my favorite like souvenirs to bring home. Can you see? This says Akita dog knows shit. Excuse me for the word, but this is actually just chocolate. But I think like kids should really like this kind of like gifts because it's like fun gifts. So if you want to try Akita dog knows shit, you can buy this from here.
Nice.
So not only no shit, well, a little bit explicit like this one. You also got the poo-poo looking cookies also lah. So I think very acceptable by kids. I think kids will really like it.
You can actually make it a prank thing.
Yeah, you can totally make it like a prank thing. Yes, that's right. So we do have a lot of like different small other gifts, or like souvenirs for you to bring home, like the clear files. And actually, if you come during like the warmer weather, they actually have edamame soft cream, which is one of the very recommended things to try to eat in this facility actually. But unfortunately now, because it's winter, so it's too cold for them to actually serve ice cream, so they stopped that for the current season. So yeah, that is the souvenir. I hope you enjoyed our little a little exploration of the Akita Dog Visitor Center. So I will pass you back to Natalie now for the time being. Natalie.
Yes. Thank you, Jasper, and I'll see you later. Okay, right now, I think we all have, for the moment, we have a little bit enough time of the dogs. So, for the moment, and we will travel to somewhere a little bit far apart from Odate City, which is called the Ani Ski Resort, and it is in the Mount Moyoshi I've mentioned just now. Okay, let me give you a little bit more about the Ani Ski Resort. And at the beginning, we have said to we say that we are going to introduce about the snow monster, and actually here it is what you are looking right now. In the photo, the trees are actually the snow monsters. They look very pretty, right? And this is a raw photo that I have took around 3 weeks ago. And trust me, I did not do any adjustment or add any filter onto this picture. So it's just there like this. Very, very beautiful, right? I just took it randomly under a strong wind. I just tried my best and it came out very good. So let's start getting to go to the Ani Ski Resort. Driving from Odate City, it takes around 1.5 hours. And if you travel without the rental car, it is also accessible with train. First, you start from Odate City, take the JR for one station to go to Takanosu Station. And then from there, you interchange into the Nariku Railway, and which is the blue line on here. And then you go from Takanosu to Aniai Station, which is around 1 hour of train. And from Aniai Station, you can then pre-book a Moyoshi sightseeing taxi to go to the ski resort. So this is how exactly. Is it look like in the ski resorts? Because of the networking up on the mountain might not be stable, so we did some pre-recording videos before. Let's take a look.
Hi guys, so as you can see, we have arrived at Ani Ski Resort. So let's head on inside the facility and see what we can do. Let's go! So as you can see, corona measures are in place. So please wear a mask before you go inside. So let's go in. Oh. So when you come inside, again, corona measures in place. So we have to take our temperature. So okay, so this means go.
You're not going to shoo-shoo?
And then shoo-shoo. Disinfectant. So let's go see what's inside. So on the left side you have a gift shop. So you can see you can buy all sorts of gifts or little souvenirs from Akita, like the Akita dogs. Like, look at them, so cute. They even have the mask. All kinds of Akita dogs. So these are just some of the famous goods from Akita that you can get at this souvenir store. So let's go. So here, so you can buy the tickets. So you can see they have like a 1-day pass, 5-hour pass, 3-hour pass, single use, whichever that fits your needs. Oh, and they do rental as well. So if you don't have the full set of like your ski wear, let's go to rental. Welcome to where you rent all the stuff. So you have ski wear, like your ski jackets, so sorted according to size. And then you have the skis itself and the boards. So if you don't have them, you can rent them. So as you can see, it's a one-stop solution. You have rental gear, everything you won't need, and all in one place. But today we're not going to rent anything. We're going up to go see the snow monsters. So let's go. Hi guys, we're now on board a gondola. So we're on the way up to the mountain to actually see the snow monsters. So do you know what snow monsters are? Snow monsters are actually trees covered in snow, like with thick layers of snow. So stay tuned and you'll find out how it looks like. So let's go. The top of the mountain. So now here, this lady, I'm going to introduce you to Mikiti. So Mikiti is basically a guide. So she's a mountain guide and she'll guide us around the snow monsters later. And even not during winter, like during summer or during spring, if you are interested in like trekking or like mountain climbing, you can look for Mikiti. So now what we're going to introduce to you is that once you're at the top of the mountain, you can actually do rental free of charge of like boots, and then the snowshoes,
上り坂がすごく大変なので、と呼吸をすると楽に上がれます。
So apparently when you're climbing up a slope, don't breathe like ha ha ha. Breathe like as if you're trying to blow out a candle. Apparently it makes it so much easier to breathe, according to the expert. So let's try that out. Let's go.
はい。
Oh yeah, actually I think it works. Yeah. Okay.
What are Itineraries?
By the way, this is also free for rental, so if you don't want to walk back down the slope, you can borrow this and slide your way down, like I did. Oh my god, my butt!
ですがこの辺からこう曲がっちゃうから、この辺から行くといいよ。
まっすぐ行きそう。Hey, I'm gonna go again. I don't wanna die. 怖い。Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so from the video you can see it was actually I was the cameraman and Jasper was in the video. We went to the ski resort without bringing anything in particular, just a thick jacket. Everything other than that is free to rent. So we had a lot of great time when we were taking this video. So when Mikti also on that day she also explained how the scientific reason is behind of the snow monster. Now we also took the video of it. Jasper will do the explanation.
So today's science class is on how the snow monsters are actually created. So from Russia we have very cool air coming in from Russia at -30 degrees, and from the Sea of Japan you have like the warm air current. So that's it creates like this water vapor above the sea. So it comes in at around 10 degrees. So when cold air and hot air meets, it creates this cloud. So this cloud is called a super cool water cloud. So what happens is that this cloud, it comes into contact with this tree here, which is like I think this tree that you see at the back here. So this tree, if you look at the leaves, it's actually quite brushy looking, so it actually latches on, and what happens is that it solidifies when it comes into contact with the tree itself. So when it crashes, it solidifies, and it's like a buildup of many solidified like crashes, and it becomes like this little shrimp tail. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, it becomes like a shrimp tail looking thing. So it just keeps on adding on, and that's how you get like the snow monster at the back. So we're gonna do a little experiment to show you how the snow monsters are actually formed. So just now we talked about the colliding of the vapor and the tree, the super cool water. So this is actually super cool water, which doesn't freeze under -5 degrees. So okay, as you can see, it's water. But upon collision, okay, so I think if you can see from this, it's solidified. So this is a buildup, or this how the snow monsters is formed is actually a buildup of all this kind of super cool water. So many collisions of water on the tree, and well, you get the snow monsters.
On the day we went, you can see Jasper did this a little bit of scientific explanation. And actually, for everyone who goes to the top of the mountain during winter time, there will be mountain guide like Mickey over there. They will do this as such the solidification experiment to you if the day is cold enough. And luckily, on the day we go, it's also cold enough to do that little experiment to show you guys. So other than seeing the snow monsters, actually there is another very big characteristic of that ski resort which is that you can find the Akita dogs in there. The owner will bring his pet to the ski resort, and on the day we went, he was also there. You can see this little guy's name is called Hokuto, and he is now about 2 years old. During daytime, actually most of the time he stays indoor, and just next to the entrance, most of the time he likes to sleep a lot. And when tourists come, everyone likes to pet him or scratch him like what I did.
Is it permanent there, or is the owner's dog?
He is the owner's dog, and most of the time the owner is the owner of the ski resort. So when the owner comes to work, he will also bring Hokuto to the ski resort.
Wow, that's very nice.
And you can see most of the time he is sleeping, but actually he loves having walked the most. Every time someone brings him out, he's just very excitedly jumping around, keep on jumping, just can't wait to start walking, which is like here in the video. And in the any ski resorts, most importantly, of course, that we can ski in there. We rent the gear, and they also have the ski school or snowboarding school to teach you how to do the tricks or just learn the basic skills. Me and Jasper, we also start learning just only this year. So the teacher in there taught us how to do that, just like this in the video. And after you did a little bit of learning or training, that we then head up to the mountain to apply what we have learned in this lesson. But to be honest, if you can't really manage to do the skills, it is still all right.
So it's actually quite safe for beginners also, right?
Yeah, it is. They have many courses, and most of the courses are beginners friendly. You can see Jasper fall a bit in the video also.
Is the snow quite hard, or is it like very soft or something?
Oh, trust me, the snow are super soft. Even though you hit your butt on the ground, it doesn't pain at all.
Wow, that's my main concern, because it always hurts me, you see.
You don't need to worry in here. It is so soft. And you can see I struggle in here so much. And actually, this is like my fourth or the fifth time fell on just this little tiny slope. Yeah, you can see I fell again.
But it's like falling in the cotton, right?
Yeah, exactly. My butt really didn't pain at all. And at last, I just give up and sit on it and just slide down all the way. You can see I totally give up because the slope on that particular part is a little bit too difficult for me at the time. So then so the instructor just say, you just take off the board and just slide down. So even though if you can't ski, no worries, you can still enjoy the snow a lot. And if anyone just now, Viva, you also asked me about the snow, and you can see from here, it is very soft that you can splash on to the camera so easily.
This is a good place.
In February weekends, the ski resort also provide the free of charge nighttime snow monster tour. And participants can, all they need to do is to apply online and reserve a seat to take on the snow tractor. You can see.
Is this free also? Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt.
This is free also. All you need to do is to fill in the application form from the ski resort webpage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a little bit introduction of the ski resorts, and I hope you will like it. And if anyone is interested to learn how to ski or snowboarding, they can come to here sometime in the future and learn how to do it. So this is the end of the any ski resort, and we are entering the last part of today's event, which is the DIY part. DIY of Kitty Temple. Hopefully, Jasper, are you ready?
Well,
I'm sure you are very hungry right now. Are you?
Hello! You see me?
Oh, yeah, I can see you.
Okay, so I'm now outside Veniamo Kitty Temple Kobo. So this is where we'll be doing our DIY today. So let's go. Okay, so again, Corona measures. We have the temperature taking machine. So just to check, just to make sure that we're okay. Okay. And then we have sanitizer as well. So let's go in. So this is Aoki-san, and this is Chef Yamamoto. So today, let me take you in to show you some interesting things about this restaurant. Okay, not exactly a restaurant, but it's like a factory. Ta-da! If you see this, these are all actually awards. So this place has actually won multiple awards at the Kitty Temple Festival. So I think Natalie has introduced to you the Kitty Temple Festival just now. So they have won multiple awards for having the best Kitty Temple in Odate. And so these are the proof of it. And Chef Yamamoto-san here with me today. So he has been protecting the taste of Kitty Temple for the past 10 years at this establishment. So what they pride themselves on is that they pride themselves on having fresh chicken, which are slaughtered every morning to make the soup stock. And everything that they get from here, or maybe should I say the ingredients that they use are actually all, hopefully, Akita sauce. But because depending on the seasons, like there are certain things that we cannot get, because like during winter, we might not be able to get like maybe onions or some stuff like that. We might get that from other places, but as much as possible, they try to use Odate source ingredients. Yeah.
The chef is very cute though.
Yeah, he's super cute, right? You know, normally, right, he's a very stoic man. But today he's just, I don't know, he's very cute. So yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready for the DIY?
Can't wait for it.
Hungry.
Very hungry.
Hungry already, right? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we have to go upstairs because this is like their office area. So now we're going up the stairs to where the experience will actually take place. Okay, so I'm going up. Okay, give me a while. Give me a while. I'm coming. You. Okay, so the DIY will actually take place. So as you can see, it's very hygienic. So they have put out some magewappa again, the traditional handicraft of Odate here, just for, well, display purposes, because sometimes they do serve like their food on this kind of things for, well, aesthetic purposes. So let's start the DIY. But before I start that, viewers at home, if you'd like to follow along with us, well, we can do some very simplified way of doing kiritampo. So as long as you have a Ziploc bag, disposable chopsticks, some Japanese rice, or if you don't have maybe jasmine rice or whatever kind of rice is also okay. And then a fry pan and a sauce of choice. Okay, the sauce that will be used today is actually a miso sauce, but if you don't have that at home now, you can make do with any kind of sauce, like I think chili sauce, sambal sauce, mustard, all up to you. So if you have this,
Yeah, I think
can
it's
prepare that first.
yeah, I think the ingredient is pretty much easy to prepare. Like the Ziploc bag, you can actually purchase it anywhere actually. The chopsticks and of course the rice, and as you mentioned, you can add the own flavor like the chili crab, etc. to do this.
Yeah, because
That is very
actually we
nice.
tested. Actually, because we tested and proven at a different event actually that we put sambal sauce on, well, the rice, and it actually tasted like a little bit like nasi lemak. So if you have sambal at home, you can prepare that as well.
This is a good
Okay, so now,
breakfast.
yeah, good breakfast. Maybe a little bit heavy for breakfast. So let's get, okay, maybe before I actually start the whole experience itself, let me just explain to you what kiritampo is. So kiritampo is actually the soul food of Akita itself, and it's said to be the most authentic in Odate. So it is actually, kiritampo is actually in Japanese, kiri means cut, and tampo is actually mashed rice. So it's like sliced or cut mashed rice. And then today we'll be doing two versions. So we'll be doing the mashed rice stick. So that one we will grill, and then we'll put on a sauce of our choice. And the second one is to actually make it as like a hot pot or a nabe. So are you guys excited? I'm excited. I'm very hungry. So let's get to it. Okay. So today, Aoki-san here today, she will be showing us how to do the kiritampo. Ready? What's the ziplock? Oh, yeah, yes. Wait, I go get the Ziploc bag. Wait, So, right, this is for the viewers to follow along with me, because I will be doing like the version that you can do at home, and Aoki-san here should be doing like the traditional version, so you can see how we do both at the same time. So what happens first is, if you can see this, what she will do is that she will mash the rice. So she's mashing the rice with a stick. So I think a lot of people don't have this kind of setup at home. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to mash it with my hands like that, like so. But be careful because it can be quite hot. So try not to burn yourself, okay, when you do this mashing with the Ziploc bag.
How long do you need to mash it? As in, is there a duration, or is it to see a certain outcome?
Okay, like for the Akita people, when they say to mash the rice, they will say hangoroshi. So hangoroshi, it means to like half kill the rice. So if you look at the rice, it should become like maybe half, or like, you know, it becomes like almost like mochi, but you still see the rice, like the rice bits itself. So Aoki-san here is doing it, but because she is quite professional, so I think for her it will take like so much faster. But if it's for us, okay, we try as much as possible. We try to get something similar to her. I'm trying that hard. So y'all don't burn yourself at home.
Maybe for audience, maybe you can actually put a cloth over or whatsoever, so at least you can actually mash it without.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because Singapore very hot, right? In here a little bit cold. So for me to touch the rice like that is still okay.
Very comfortable.
But for y'all, take care. Yeah, it's actually quite comfortable because it's super warm.
Oh, it looks like a paste actually.
Yeah, can you see, like for mine also, it should mash it to somewhat like that, and for the actual thing, it should be something like that. Oh. So once you get to this, yeah. Okay, you wait, I got my jacket a little bit more. Tomatoes. Okay, so what you have to do after that is to wet your hands a little bit, like what she did, and then to take the rice out. So, okay, for her, because she's doing it, okay, do you see this stick here? This is what we'll be using to put the rice onto the stick. But because for us, we don't have sticks like that, we will be doing with the disposable chopsticks. So for her, because the stick is bigger, we will be using 100 grams of rice. But for myself, I think, okay lah, maybe I a little bit tamjia. So I want to eat more. So I also put 100 grams maybe. I tamjia lah, hungry lah. So, okay, so we have to roll it into a ball first, like so. Oh, remember hygiene first. I already just now already sanitized my hands. So make sure you wash your hands everything before you do this. It's not food poisoning. Okay, and then after that, what we do is we poke the rice in, and then we massage it down. Ooh. So if it gets too sticky, you can just, no, it's actually not hot at all.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to like, yeah, if it gets too sticky, just wet your hands a little bit. And then you just have to put it down like that. Okay, I think mine will look very blasphemous, but it's what we can do at home lah, to enjoy an Akita meal. So to make it look prettier, because now you can see it looks a little bit uglier, right? What you can do is to put it onto a chopping board and then to roll it like so.
Wow, improvised way. Wow.
Yeah, the improvised way. So you're all at home, it's missing Japan, and then you want to eat something from Japan. Yeah, you can eat it this way. Okay, so master say pass already. So this should be okay. See, this is what the traditional one looks like, and this is what the DIY one looks like. Quite similar lah. So you can also try this out at home. So what I will do now is that I will put it into the frying pan, because I think most of you guys have frying pans at home. So I will put this into the frying pan. And Aoki-san here, the traditional way, we will actually do it on a grill like this one here. So can you see the grill here?
Ooh.
This is what the authentic one should look like. So you can see some already because we prepared beforehand, because sometimes the grilling takes a little bit longer if you want it to be nice and crispy. So we actually pre-grilled some, but this is what the traditional one looks like. So now we'll just leave this to grill for a bit. And then let me maybe just talk about how the origins of kiritampo came about. So kiritampo is actually something that a long time ago, like most households, they would actually prepare this as like a meal to share at home. But then it gradually became like a thing that became associated with this area itself. So they started serving it at restaurants, at cafes. So that's how it came to be like as a famous food of Odate City or Akita itself. So the origins itself, right, is a little bit shady, I would say, because like a lot of people have different ways of saying how this kiritampo thing came to be. So like some of them were saying that it was from the Matagi, which is actually a traditional hunter in Akita area. So they were saying that, oh, the Matagi people will actually bring the rice up to the mountain, and then because it's an easy way to make like food on the go. So they will bring up like this rice balls up to the mountain, and then they'll make like soup or like even like the grilled kiritampo that we see here. So some people also say that it is just, well, a local food that was like discovered like a long time ago. So there are many ways of saying it, but we don't know exactly which one's like the original way, but we just know that it originated from Odate. So Odate, must come and try. So right, okay, I think I'm just gonna wait for a while. If you guys are following it with me, like you can see, like just have to turn the stick occasionally. Please don't burn yourself. And you can see that it's actually starting to grill. Can you see? Can you smell? Okay, maybe you cannot smell, but can you hear the
Do you need to
crackling
put any
of
oil or anything in there?
No, you don't actually have to put any sort of oil or anything. It's just the rice, and you just put it in a fry pan. But make sure it's a non-stick fry pan. If not, I think your rice will be stuck everywhere.
Definitely.
Yeah. So now we will just wait for a little while more. Oh.
Very thoughtful.
Wow. Okay. So, well, the master has said that this is okay. So if you have like a little bit of a browning, it's going to be nice and crispy on the outside, and it's soft and mochi on the inside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do it the first way, which is we're going to do a miso glaze tampo. So again, tampo is like a mashed rice. So this is the mashed rice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glaze it with miso sauce. Miso sauce. Yay! Yay! Oh, this smells very good. Oh, どうしよう。そこにやる？ここにやる？
It looks very tempting.
It looks good, right? Oh man, I wish you guys were like here to like eat it with me. So this is the miso sauce that was prepared by Beniyama itself. So like I think different places have like a little bit different way of doing their miso. So what we'll have to do is to take the miso, or for you guys following me at home, is just to take the miso or maybe your sauce of choice, and then just coat it on like that. And don't be kiamsiap, coat more.
Yeah, if you need the flu favor, please put
Yeah,
more.
you need to put, yeah, put more. So okay, like okay, maybe let me just put it all first. Okay, once you're done like that, once you've coated everything, there's two ways to do this again. There's either the first way, which is to grill it again on the fry pan, if you like, or you can just eat it as it is like that. But I actually quite like it as it is like that. So I'm gonna eat this and see how it tastes like. So let's go.
Wow, you are making me hungry though.
Yeah.
Sorry, looks good, right? So, itadakimasu. Definitely. If you like mochi, I would say you will really like this, because I don't know, I think most of our viewers in Singapore might have tried mitarashi dango before. So I think it's like the soy sauce mochi. That one actually tastes a little bit similar to this one, but this one tastes a lot better because you can actually taste the rice, or you can actually feel the mouthfeel of the rice itself. And the rice that is actually being used here is Akita Komachi, which is a brand rice of Akita itself. So the brand rice of Akita is known to be a little bit more sticky, a little bit more mochi. So if you like rice like that, Akita Komachi is your brand of rice to go. So this is the miso tampo. So this is one of the options of how to eat it. So the second way is actually to eat it as a nabe, or a hot pot. So I will ask the master to get ready the hot pot, and we'll see how it looks like. She's coming. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here first.
Oh, there's many ways you can actually improvise in terms of this.
Yeah, there is. Okay, like for the rice stick itself, instead of like the miso, well, you guys can use chocolate, or I highly recommend sambal. Sambal really tastes good. Like, yeah, Singaporean, I know we love like spicy food, so sambal is very nice. So the master, so Aoki-san has actually brought over the ingredients that's going to go into the hot pot. So let me introduce them to you. Aoki-san, onegaishimasu. So this is the Hinai brand of chicken that Natalie was talking about, and this is mune. So this is the thigh meat, and this is the breast meat. So, and then what's this? And then we have leeks, seri, which is Japanese parsley, maitake mushrooms, and we have konnyaku jelly here. So this is like a kind of like shirataki, like yeah. And then we have gobo, which is burdock. So this will be the main ingredients of what's going to go into the nabe today.
This is the traditional way. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So this is the traditional way of eating. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Okay. The main things that are always the very standard items in the nabe will be the chicken meat, the leek, the parsley, the mushrooms, and then the burdock. Like depending on different places, some may not have this the konnyaku jelly itself. So for them here at Beniyama, they do actually have the konnyaku that will be inserted into the nabe itself.
So this is actually jelly.
Yeah, it's like konnyaku. You know, it's like what do you call that? It's like our shoot, what do you call that?
It looks
like you know harissame. You know that the noodles. Shoot, I just suddenly cannot remember what it's called in English. You know the transparent noodles that we eat.
Yeah, I mince meat or something like that.
No, not vermicelli. I think tanghun. Yeah, that's the word. Tanghun. yeah, it's like tanghun, but like the Japanese tanghun.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So if you have like these ingredients at home, you can also do it yourself. But okay, like they say, okay, The special thing about the Hinai Jidori chicken is actually the mouthfeel is actually a lot more chewy than the standard chicken. So if you really want to try something as close as possible to the Japanese version, maybe you can try like the kampong chicken, because the kampong chicken I also think has like a little bit of a rubbery kind of mouthfeel to it. So you can try that.
Definitely. If not, you'll be a steamboat.
Right. It'll become a steamboat, right? But it's actually quite nice. So now, I want to put it into the hot pot. Mother. Okay. So right, sorry. Because we're going to take some time for the soup to boil, what we're going to do is we're going to come and see the beautiful tampo that the ladies here have prepared. So for them, actually, I think they do it really quickly. Like, okay, I think the first time when I actually tried to do the tampo itself, the sticks, it took me like quite a while. I would say like maybe 10 minutes or maybe 5 minutes just to get one stick like ready. But like for them, I think they can do like one stick in like less than half a minute, which is amazing, which is really, really fast. And then don't be cheated. Sorry?
To be very frank, actually to have the stick and sitting by the coal fireplace, right? In the winter, I think it's actually a perfect match.
Yes, like I also think that in winter, like for us, like we don't like the cold so much. So like hot things like soup and like this type of hot food is like the most comfortable things to eat during the winter. So now, right, I think Aoki-san is going to show us how to remove, okay, because you see, right, these sticks are going to go into the soup later also. So, right, how are we going to put these sticks into the soup? So Aoki-san will show us how to do it. Aoki-san, onegaishimasu. Yes. So what you do is to put the sticks like that.
1, 2, 3.
So we hit it 1, 2, 3 on like a cloth so that you don't burn yourself. And you just slowly twist it out. So you get like a perfect tampo like that.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna try, okay? So okay. So 1, 2, oh no. 1, 2, 3, and then hold it and then just slowly twist it out. Oi. Oi. Ooh. Okay, it's harder than it looks. Definitely.
Well, the steam is coming out.
I didn't expect that. Yeah, can you see?
Wow.
Ta-da! Okay, so it looks like that. So this will be cut and then actually put into the soup later as well.
Wow. So actually with this rice, this kiri tampo, right? It actually absorbs the soup and so on. So I believe that it really tastes, it'll be very tasty actually.
Yeah, this one will actually absorb like all the essence of all the very delicious tasting things. So that, you get like the chap of the chap, which is very, very good.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the soup broth, how long do you need to cook or whatsoever? Is there a guideline of timing?
Okay, wait, let me ask the chef herself. Aoki-san, なんかスープね、どれぐらいなんかボイルがかかるんですか？スープを作るの。Okay, because for them, right, they actually do like I mentioned just now, they slaughter their chickens every day and then they actually make the soup every day. So for them, they actually boil the chicken for actually 3 hours to get the salt. So the soup is actually really, really good. Yeah.
Wow. So if you really want to have the full flavor of the chicken, you have to broil it for 3 hours. Then you
so
throw
that's
all
what
the
they did.
ingredients. Ah, okay.
Yeah, then you insert in all the ingredients. So maybe let's head back to where the nabe is. And then apparently there's like a certain order of how the ingredients should be like inserted into the nabe itself. Yes. So yay, we can see that it's already boiling. So first, the chicken will go in. Yay, chicken.
Oh,
okay.
Looks nice.
Must be nice.
It is very, very good.
I miss those days.
Just to mention, right, the soup base is actually shoyu base. Shoyu this one. Yeah, it's a shoyu chicken base.
Oh, shoyu.
Yeah. And then next she will put in the burdock. Okay. Burdock. And then the konnyaku shirataki noodles, or the tanghun, if you like. And then the mushrooms, the maitake mushrooms. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So now we're going to put in the rice sticks as well into the hot pot. So, try not to burn yourselves at home, okay? You take the rice sticks, you peel it in half, hot, like that. And then we just prepare that first. So, actually. It's hot. It's hot. So please do not burn yourselves at home. Maybe you can wait for it to cool first, then you do it. Don't be like me. Oh shit. Oh, I see. You know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna do this. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna taste the soup to see whether it's okay or not. Wow. So, alright guys, if you really want to try authentic kiri tampo, you have to come to Beniyama Kobo here, because they are actually not very far away from the station. Maybe if you walk, maybe it takes you less than 10 minutes to get here. And look at the amount of ingredients that you get. Oops, sorry. So if you can take a look at the amount of ingredients that's actually in the pot. So I'm gonna try the taste and see how it goes, or see how it tastes. Itadakimasu. Hot. Oh, okay. The taste of the burdock is actually quite strong. So if you want to find a taste in Singapore that is a little bit similar to this, I would say it's something like the herbal chicken. You know, like the herbal chicken soup.
Oh wow!
It tastes actually a little bit similar to that, but it's like different. I don't know how to explain to you, but it's the closest to that. That's how I can explain it. It's actually really, really good. Like you can really taste the chicken.
Chicken essence.
Super good. Okay, so now we're gonna put in the rice sticks. So like so. Okay. So friends at home, I believe it is. It's super good. So friends at home, I think it's still like the Chinese New Year like mood, right? So if you guys want to do like, like a huoguo or like a steamboat, and then you're like quite tired of all the different, all the same like mala or like what else you have? I don't know, like I haven't eaten steamboat in such a long time, but if you're sick of those kind of flavors, you can try making this one. Very, very good.
Yeah, it's actually looks healthy also. Yeah.
Right, and then it's like not so much added like stuff. At least you know what is going into your soup as well. So we're going to have to wait a while.
I don't see that you add salt or whatsoever inside actually.
Yeah, actually we didn't like. I think because the soup itself, I think the flavor comes from the shoyu and then the chicken itself. So you don't get a lot of additives inside the soup. So she added in the Japanese parsley. Honestly speaking, for me, I really don't like parsley. I am a person, I dislike parsley a lot before coming to Akita. But after eating the parsley here in the hot pot, it actually tastes really, really good. I actually really like the parsley here. So if you're a parsley hater like me, you have to try this because it's very good.
Jasper, I understand you. I'm also a parsley hater. I pick every single bit of parsley out, but the Japanese parsley is also the only parsley that I will have.
Right, it's yummy, right, Ned? See, approved by another fellow parsley hater. So if you're a parsley hater, you have to try. So she's serving out the hot pot out in a magewappa bowl. So this is again the traditional handicraft of Odate City. So I am very excited to eat. Yay!
You are making us hungry though.
I am excited. I am super hungry also. You know, right? Because I was doing the live today, right? I actually didn't eat just now. You know, I was keeping my stomach for this.
You're making me hungry also.
Too bad, Matt. You're far, far away.
Wow, freshly.
Yay! You see the serving on this. So this is what you'll be experiencing, or you'll get to experience and try when you come to Odate. So I'm going to eat this, but let me maybe just introduce to you a little bit. This is actually called iburi gakko. So this is another famous food of Akita. So it's like, you know, those like radish, similar to a radish, but it's not a radish. But you know those pickled radishes that you eat together with rice at a Japanese restaurant? This is similar, but ちょっと待って。いぶりがっこって何でしたっけ？大根じゃない。Oh, right. So this is a smoked daikon. So you have to try it. So when you actually eat it, like you get like a very smoky kind of feel to it. So I'm gonna try it and I'll let you know how it tastes. いただきます。あ、これじゃないな。I will start with the kitampo, not that one. So I'm gonna go for it. So
Wow.
first thing I'm gonna try is the chicken. Can you see the chicken? I don't know if you can see like the bouncy texture of the chicken. It's really, really good. So I'm gonna eat this first. いただきます。
Envying.
Oh man, it's super good. It's really good. It's really, really good. And it really, really tastes very similar. The texture itself, I wouldn't say the taste, but the texture is actually very similar to like the kampong chicken itself. So I'm gonna try the soup again and see how it tastes like. Oh, this is very show. It's salty, but not that salty at the same time. You can taste the shoyu, but at the same time, you also can taste the taste of the chicken. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense. I hope so.
It's a mixture.
Yeah, it's like a mixture. It's like a shoyu chicken soup.
You can't choose the best out yet.
Yeah, like I don't know which one it tastes more like, but it's really good. It's like really, really good. If you really like soups, this is actually very, very good for soup. And okay, I'm gonna try the kiritampo next. The rice, the mashed rice. Okay. So I think you can see that it has actually sucked up quite a lot of the soup already. So the color has already changed to like a brown color. So I'm gonna try this and see how it goes. Hot. The tampo has already like really soaked up the essence of the soup itself. So it really tastes like you're eating a soup, but it gives you a little bit more texture, like the rice texture itself. So this is very yummy, very, very yummy. I would say that this is like something, okay, maybe I wouldn't say for sick people, but if you're not feeling like if you're feeling under the weather, so maybe you got a flu or something, I would say that this is actually like light enough for you to have as a meal itself. And then, right, don't underestimate how this one stick like that looks like. Do you know, okay, this is half a stick of the rice, but do you know that actually one rice stick itself is already enough to fill you up? So in a normal serving like this, normally I think they give you around 2 sticks of the kiritampo itself. So right, if you're like a small eater, maybe you eat a little bit of the rice stick first, eat the rest of the ingredients, and then go back to the rice again if you have the ability to finish, because it's actually quite filling as well. So let's try the parsley. Parsley is good too. Hey. It's actually really good. It's not like, it doesn't have that, you know, stinky kind of parsley smell. It's a little bit like kangkong, but not like kangkong. It's like kangkong, but a little bit more parsley-like. So this is also very good. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little DIY session today. I hope you guys can follow along as well, or maybe, you know, maybe who knows, if you guys want to try this out, maybe you can try this out, and maybe you can tag us in the photos or on Instagram, because we have Instagram. So if you're looking for us, we are #visit Akita. So you can find us on Instagram as well. So if you do try it out, do tag us in your photos. So I'm going to continue eating this and I'll pass the time back to Natalie. Natalie! Hello.
Yes. Hi. Okay.
Enjoying the food.
Yeah, you just enjoy your food.
I'm
And
going to continue.
yeah,
You guys can continue.
I will, hopefully I can come to see you later and we will share the key temple together, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the end of our last, so
Anyway,
this is, this
thank
is
you
the
so
end
much,
of
yeah.
our last little part of the day.
Mm.
I think we want you have some more information to share with our viewers, right?
Yes, actually, for the recommended route in terms of Tohoku, because eventually we have actually experienced so much in this virtual tour today. However, to access to around it, maybe we can actually propose a better itineraries whereby people can actually goes around in a very comfortable way. So allow me to share with you about the recommended itineraries.
Okay.
So sorry. Okay. I think my screen's up. Okay, so as you can see, Tohoku is actually pretty accessible in terms of that. So for our itineraries, the introduction will be more towards staying in two places, mainly Morioka and Sandai. So in the comfort, you can actually adjust according to your needs. Like for instance, if you really wish to enjoy the snow, the powdery snows as recommended by Jasper, or to have Kiritambo on a daily basis, that kind of thing, we can actually adjust according to it. But this is a recommended itineraries whereby the day one, you can actually fly into the gateway of the Tohoku Sendai. The next day, you actually proceed to Morioka, and we'll be staying in Morioka while traveling to Hirosaki, Northern Akita. Then we'll be traveling back to Sendai, whereby we'll be going to Zau and to Tipat. So in details, right, for the first day, when we reach to Sendai, is actually the gateway of Tohoku, where you can enjoy the morning market and to purchase the freshest seafood, etc. And of course, a lot of shoppings. The next day, you actually can proceed to Morioka, whereby there's Morioka Castle Park and the red brick building, shopping streets, and of course, Sakurayama shrines and Hachimangu Mie, whereby it's a very authentic and a very nice shrines. And the next day, we can proceed to Hirosaki for Nebuta Village and Hirosaki Castle, Hirosaki Bank, and 5-story pagoda, which is also named the most beautiful 5-story pagoda in Tohoku. Next day, of course, I will highlight the Akita Dock Visitor Center, get up close to Akita Dock, and of course, doing the own DIY because we have been seeing Jasper eating. So we have to try it ourselves. And of course, Gebike, the next day we will be traveling to Sandai. On the way, we can actually go to Gebike, riverboat ride, and of course, Godaido Temple, and of course, Matsushima Cruise and Matsushima Fish Market, whereby you can purchase some dry scallop, etc. And of course, the next day, we can actually stay in Sandai and go to Yamadera or Zau, and of course, back to Sandai shopping arcade. So after this, the next day, you can actually fly back to Singapore. As I mentioned, our itineraries is actually very flexible. So you can actually choose the number of days in your preferred timing, and we can actually plan it according to your needs. And of course, you don't have to go in the big groups. I understand that due to the pandemic, you can actually go by minimum two or so. So please do check with us if you wish to travel to Tohoku, of course, when things get better. And good times actually pass very, very fast. So thank you so much. Later on, I will actually share the link on YouTube chat for the feedback form. Please do help us to fill out the feedback form. And 5 lucky winners will be contacted, and there will be some goodie bags for you. And once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.